Some people just want to watch World Fun.
Jeff nails another draft day.
Nailed
Makes
it.
top 5 has 98. Jason just loves him some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's the history of bad. That's right. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 363. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Ik lieben Blake.
And
I'm Jeannie.
that's right. Jeannie's back. Welcome, Jeannie.
Hello, guys.
I'm glad you're back. Last week, off the air, Jeff said he could not handle you for 3 straight episodes.
He's making this shit up.
Much to my chagrin. And I defended you and said, Jeannie is not that annoying. We got to have her back. And Jeff said,
I have
no.
a really annoying laugh. I do. So it's totally fine. I get it.
Oh, there's much more worse annoying laughs out there than yours.
Well, thank you.
Let's see here. So everyone's here. Well, Jim's not here. We're looking for him. And Brian's not here yet. So we will get Brian on the show. Brian is running a little late tonight. So
Yeah, he's finishing up his exams before holiday break.
Oh, what exams?
Beer exams.
Oh, okay. Good call. Good call.
That's a good exam to take.
Mm-hmm.
I like beer exams.
I like exams. Oh, no, I don't. Let's see here. Real quick, if you're looking for good Christmas gifts, if you're looking for unique Christmas gifts, go to Etsy, look up Untidy Venus shop, and Steve and Izzy, well, actually Izzy, makes some really cute things, geeky things that you can buy. Pinned pillows, everything. So
Stuffed rat with Hobie initials on them.
it could be named Coal Ranch. It's Untidy Venus. And it's on Etsy. You put in Hobie Pod as your coupon at checkout, and you save 15%. Just to let you guys know.
After you get upcharged 25%.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Let's see here. So, there you go. Jeannie, you got anything going on lately?
Not really. I'm not allowed to do anything. Everything's closed down. So
Oh,
That's right. You live in that dictator state up north.
No,
Ohio?
Ohio.
Toledo.
Last time I looked,
We tried to
Toledo
give
was
it to
a
Michigan, but obviously we made that mistake.
Actually, we fought Michigan so we could have it.
That's
I know.
that's your alternative history.
city. You gave up the UP. Like, duh.
Yeah, we stole the UP from Wisconsin and gave it to Michigan so we could have Toledo.
can we give it back?
I'd be fine with living in Michigan for everything but insurance. Car insurance was killer.
So, why are you shut down up there?
Shitty drivers.
Oh, it's we're just high levels in the county that I live in, so
Oh, okay.
like we're not technically shut down,
Mhm.
but I like being alive and not sick, so I stay at home.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah,
I understand that.
so
Well,
I
you
have,
should understand it. You're doing it.
yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm running around everywhere. It's wonderful. Oh, wait, no, I'm
I
not.
baked a lot of cookies. We made chocolate haystacks, shortbread cookies, snickerdoodles, peanut butter blossoms, chocolate chip cookies, white chocolate macadamia cookies, and we have molasses cookies left to make, and Leah wants to make macaroons, so we'll make those as well.
Damn.
Mhm.
Damn. We made Buckeyes. A Christmas candy, Jeff, not a Christmas cookie.
It is. You're
Yeah.
right.
And
How do you make your Buckeyes? Do you use anything besides confectioner's sugar when you mix it in with the peanut butter?
I don't know. My wife did it.
I only use natural ingredients, so I usually pluck the eyes out of the deer that are killed.
Yeah. Tasty treat. Just dip that right into chocolate. You got a great Buckeye.
That's right. All natural ingredients. Only the way I make them.
Yeah.
The sad thing is, I could see Blake going into the woods behind his house and just plucking the deer. Here.
Are you kidding me? I can't even shoot a deer. They're too pretty.
I got venison in my fridge.
I
What if
can't
it's an
even eat
ugly
venison.
deer?
Is there an ugly deer?
There's ugly deer out
There's no such thing as ugly deer. They're all pretty like Bambi.
Yeah, but they taste better.
No, you get
It's a
those.
good thing we shot Bambi's mom and not Bambi. It's fine.
I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of ugly deer on the side of the road.
Ones that have
Yeah,
been
after they've
hit
been hit by
trucks.
cars. They're pretty ugly after that point.
Yeah.
Are you driving to Pennsylvania? Because there was like 80,000 on the turnpike dead. Yeah, we made Buckeyes. We made Snickerdoodles. It was the first time ever my wife tried them, made them, and she.
Snickerdoodles are not only fun to eat, but also fun to say.
They are.
Yeah.
Snickerdoodles. And then
They're very.
we made I don't know, those round cookies with a Hershey Kiss in the middle.
That's peanut butter blossoms.
Oh, okay.
They were also on my list.
What if you don't put peanut butter in them?
Then you're
And
making the
it's
wrong.
just chocolate.
Yeah.
Just a Hershey
Then
Kiss
it's-
blossom.
A cookie with a Hershey Kiss in the middle of it.
Yeah, the problem is that what makes the peanut butter blossom work is that it doesn't spread. So it bakes, and then you push the blossom in, you push the kiss in so that you smush the cookie and it stays in the cookie. So for you to make another cookie, you have to make another cookie that doesn't spread, that will cook in a ball.
Man,
What
it's
if
so
you
complicated.
what if you put the kiss in before you cook it?
Then it's going
It
to
will
melt.
melt and burn.
What if you just kiss the cook?
Oh,
That's a great idea.
Do
Ah,
your own.
especially if the cook is your wife.
make sure
That's right.
Blake,
Do
make
your
sure the
own
cook is
cooking.
not in the oven while you're kissing it, though. Don't do that.
True.
Yeah.
You put your cook in the oven?
Well, maybe.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's a homicide there.
After we made all these, my wife goes, "Who the hell are we going to give these to?" And I was
Me?
like, "What's that?"
I'm like me. You can give them to me.
I you know what? You may get some. You may get some cookies here.
I sent up some to my friend in Marquette because he's a single male and doesn't get Christmas cookies. So I was like, here's some Christmas cookies. But I made him promise me that he would give some to his brother and his mom.
Did you request
Sure.
for cookies? Did you ask for dick pics back or not?
No, I don't ever need dick pics.
Just
But there's
ask.
a difference between needing and wanting.
I don't ever want to see his dick pic. Like, you're friends. Come on. There are people you can be friends with that are of the opposite sex that you don't ever really want to see naked.
Well, I'm not disagreeing. I mean, I'm just asking. Just
Yeah.
asking.
He's just a friend.
Wanting and needing to see naked are two different things, though.
I've got a list of a few people I really need to see naked, but you know.
Is Chris Pratt one of them?
Well, I mean, is he an option? Come on. Like,
He may be.
can I option the need to see Chris Pratt naked?
You get to see
I feel
Chris.
like you need an abs drop here.
You can see Chris Pratt naked, but then you also have to see John Noble naked. Do you know who John Noble is?
No.
He's pretty hot too. You're fine.
Sure.
If you say so.
Jeff's
I don't know
freaking me
who
out
that is.
over. Jeff's freaking me out. He has his beard hat on, and I can't see his lips move, and they're really fucking freaking me out over here.
Well-
Seriously, have him talking.
See, that's why this is safe to go out in public with.
I like. No, it doesn't cover your nose. Doesn't cover your nose.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nope, still does. It's a Viking hat with a beard, a yarn beard for people on the podcast listening, not watching
Yeah.
on our YouTube channel. You can follow us on Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter and look for our reviews on nerdly.co.uk for my reviews. And our podcast is on there.
Hello, Vika.
G'day, mate.
Cheeky wanker.
And you can follow us on our Facebook page, History of Bad Ideas. Please do so. We have lots of good news over there. Let's see here. What's up?
You said you have lots of good news. Do you have any bad news?
We do have some bad news on there. We do.
Just
I
walk
just need to know
outside.
what I'm looking for when I go there.
Just open.
Okay, hold on. I think Jim wants to join in, so I'm going to call him. And he's like, did we start? Well, you're offline according to Skype.
So did you make the beard or did you buy it?
I bought
He
it.
crocheted
I
it.
don't make anything.
During
You don't make
COVID.
anything at all?
Do I look like I make things?
Do I look like I make things?
Well, yeah, because I've seen things you've made. I've tasted
don't
some of them.
I don't think there's like
hey,
a
hey.
book of someone that does things. Like I make things.
I suppose I didn't mean I meant everything you know about me. Did you assume that I am a maker of things?
Do you make drinks?
No, that's my brother.
No, well, I'm like, I feel like you've made something in your life.
I probably
That's made a
have.
mess.
Speaking
Oh,
of
yeah, okay. I am
Okay.
a mess maker. There we
He's made a lot of enemies.
got a lot of problem with
think
you
I
people.
have.
Speaking of
think I've made a
brothers,
lot of
Jim is
enemies.
on the line. Jim, how are you doing, buddy?
Well, thanks for calling.
Jesus.
You're
Yeah,
very
you're
loud.
loud.
According to Skype, you just got on. You were just green.
Well, I was sitting here on my phone for, about 45 minutes, and you never called.
You've only been on the air for 10.
Dude, you sound like you're sick or something. You got the Rona?
Nope.
You
Just
badly hungover?
a little hungover today.
Okay.
Blake, it's just Jim. He's fine.
Yeah.
And I think intern Hackney's joining us now. We got a full boat. Hey, there's intern.
Oh, hey.
There you go. Now that everybody's here, you guys can take over. I'll see you later.
Blake's like, what that's Blake doing?
I'm out.
He's got football to watch.
Why?
I don't know.
Because it's football.
Because
I
he's a
just got
Cowboy
told the
fan.
Ohio State Michigan game got canceled, and I was like, oh.
Who the
Because
hell?
they're a
No,
bunch
no, no.
of pussies
But
up
the
there.
good thing about that is there's a chance that because of that, Ohio State can't qualify to play in the conference championship game.
I know. I got bitched at by my friend, an OSU fan, because now there's a possibility there will not be a national championship, and you guys suck. And I'm like, I didn't call it. I didn't say no Ohio State Michigan game. I don't know why I'm getting bitched at.
It's the only way. It's the only way Michigan can, get one
Not lose.
over on the Buckeyes.
Oh, here we
Hey,
go.
take them where you can get them.
I
salute Michigan for
it. Doesn't matter.
I think
what
they
your
all
Big Ten
planned.
does. They'll get voted into the playoffs anyways.
Oh, yeah, they'll make the playoffs. That has nothing to do with the championship game for the Big Ten.
Yeah.
But, the best part about the Ohio State-Michigan game being called because Michigan has a case of the COVID is that we don't have to listen to Ohio State fans be obnoxious all week. So it's a win-win.
Yes, we do. They're still going to be obnoxious.
I was like, it's
They're
starting
gonna be
today with
twice
the
as bad.
obnoxiousness. Yeah.
I hope not.
Did you not hear me say my friend already bitched at me? I had a 25-minute conversation where I got bitched at about the game being canceled.
That's fine. It was the idiot doctor from Michigan that caused the Big Ten to shut down in the first place anyways.
Time out. Did you get?
I thought
from
the
this guy, too,
corona
Jimmy?
caused it, but okay.
No, it was
You know what
the fear. It was bad info on a report in regards to long-term possible effects to heart conditions and states that eventually at the time it came out, they thought it had some merit, but it has been debunked since. But it still could be something in the long run for some people. But ultimately what it was, they canceled on some bad juju.
They had bad juju up there?
Yeah. Bad juju doctors. Bad juju bees.
Allegedly.
They threw the bones and prayed
Yeah.
to the.
Academians aren't necessarily smart.
Brian, how you doing down there, buddy?
Hanging in there, man.
How'd your exams go?
We thought you're late
They went-
because of your exams, right? Your final exam, your midterms.
Yeah, that's it. Or nobody called me again.
You said you were going to be late, and it looks on Skype that it was yellow. So I don't want to hear it. You and Jim both had yellow on your things, and that means that you weren't there.
Green means go.
Well, now it does.
I was green.
You know what? I wasn't going to make any Quibi jokes this week either, Brian. I was trying to turn over a new leaf. Now you're kind of ticking me off. I may have to.
He's okay with you giving Quibi shit because it means you're going to donate money to his charity of choice when he decides.
What is your charity of choice?
I'm choosing to wait to disclose that.
Okay.
I'm letting this tab run as high as humanly possible.
We're only up at like
And then
$15.
the charity would be Brian needs a bourbon.
Brian's got
Speaking of that, I participated in
Brian needs
the
a bourbon
Facebook
and a mask.
pyramid scheme of, hey, let's do this exchange. If you recruit 12 people, then you'll get 12. Like, it's a pyramid scheme for whatever.
Bourbon?
for bourbon.
Like 3 years ago, I did it with books, like where people would send each other books to read, and I didn't get any books. So I was like, oh, that sucks. Like I bought a book and sent it to somebody, and I didn't get any books.
No.
So then, like last week, my cousin posted the whole thing. It's on my Facebook page, but basically, he had a guy, like you send a bottle to one guy, you buy one bottle, send it to a guy, and then you recruit people to respond, and then they recruit people, and the people they recruit send you bourbon. So anyway, I joined a pyramid scheme for bourbon this year. I bought my one bottle and sent it out to my guy, and so far I've received 4 bottles in return. So it's working.
So it makes
People
up
care
for the
more
books.
about bourbon than books.
Wow.
Apparently, yes. So so I'm good. I'm really set on bourbon now, which is really good.
Sweet. That's awesome.
So yeah, pyramid schemes do work.
Well, what type of bourbon did you get?
So
If you're on top, if you're on the top of the pyramid,
Jim
I'm like,
asked
isn't
the
that the
don't-
best place to be?
I don't know where I'm at
Oh,
in the
man.
pyramid, but
just
I
wait
got
until they.
bourbon. So,
Just wait until you guys start buying Tupperware.
no, that won't happen.
No.
Brian got 4 things of bourbon, but he also has 1,800 packs of supplements in his garage so that he's got to sell. So
Hey.
it's going to be a
Yeah,
bad
what's that bullshit milk powder shit that was big in that's still big in those pyramid schemes that you end up buying the supplements.
Slim Fast?
Herbalife? That's what it is.
Herbalife, yeah.
He's got 1,800 packages of Herbalife, but he got 4 bottles of bourbon out of it.
In his defense, he also has 6 different flavors of Herbalife, so it's going to sell itself, Blake. It's fine. It's fine.
It really does. It really does.
So did you get 12 recruits into the pyramid scheme, or
I believe I had 6.
all right?
So those 6 will send my contact bottles of bourbon, and then the 6 people that I recruited, how many ever people they get to respond, will send me bourbon.
And they at least got 4, huh?
So far I've gotten 4.
I can't. It really does sound like a pyramid scam.
It
literally
He said it's a pyramid scheme.
By definition, it
Eventually,
is.
someone's getting fucked.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's whoever says like, yeah, I'm in, and then that person somebody buys a bottle of bourbon and sends it to them, and then they don't do it. Then that's where
They're done.
So
There you
I
go.
spent $40 and I got 4 bottles of bourbon, and I'm happy. So
Better than the book.
it reminds me of that of the Office episode where Jim Like where Michael's talking about it, and he just draws the pyramid around it.
It's not a pyramid scheme, Jim. It's not a pyramid scheme.
It's a multi-level.
Phone cards. That's what it was.
It's multi-level marketing.
Yep.
It was phone cards.
That's right. Jim, how are you doing over there, buddy?
Hey.
He's become Fozzie, guys.
Waka? Jim, would you like to
Yes.
start our long list of Breath of Silences this week?
There's a few of them, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, a Breath of Silence for the creator of Slim Jims,
Lon Adams.
Lon Adams.
Did he finally snap?
Ran into a tree.
Breath of Silence. Okay, who else?
Snap to a slim.
Chuck Yeager passed away. Pilot and the first person to break the sound barrier.
Yep. He was 97.
Should we do a Breath of Silence, or should we get incredibly loud with a sonic boom?
Let's do a sonic boom of silence.
Wasn't he also like a catcher in the Major League Baseball?
No.
He was a test pilot.
Oh, he was a pitcher.
Can we do a sonic boom? Boom.
Boom.
Thank you.
Boom.
Thank you.
And then one of an actress from one of Jason's favorite movies of all time, Natalie Desselle Reed, star of the movie Baps, passed away too.
Breath of Silence. She was in some other good films too, though. She was actually in good films.
Oh yeah,
Like Baps.
She was in Diary of a Mad Black Woman, which was actually who's that guy that makes those films?
Tyler Perry.
Yeah, Tyler Perry. It was probably one of his better films.
It was a nice little melodrama going on there, and then Medea entered the picture.
Yes.
I'm like, if they took Medea out, it would be an enjoyable little movie.
And we said that multiple times while we were watching.
And we said that before we even knew who Medea was. This was our first exposure to Medea.
If this crazy lady would get out of the film, it would be funny. It would be good. We got hit hard this week. Hit hard. So,
Yeah. Breath of Silence to the Cincinnati Cyclones season.
Minor league hockey team.
They opted out for the season.
In all honesty, how do most of these minor league hockey teams? They're not going to make money without ticket sales. There's no way.
300 people. There's no feasible way for them to
A lot of that's going to be a lot of the COVID testing and stuff, because a lot of that's expensive and they're just not going to be able to afford it.
Yeah. I mean,
they straight up said the limitation on mass gatherings, the 300 people per game, they couldn't do it. Like
They wouldn't bring enough revenue in to cover all that is expensive.
Yeah.
which is a bummer.
They did try to go with selling individual tickets for $1,000 a piece. It did not go over well, so that's why they had to scrape it. So.
But
maybe they should get into Brian's bourbon scheme.
Wait, what did you say, Jeff?
they would have dollar beer nights every night, though. So for $1,000, you could then get the right to buy $1 beer.
That's true. They did have hard pretzel night, though, too, and that's just not a good combination.
Well, dozen egg night was a flop.
Yes, it was. I saw that about Cyclones. That really sucks. Did they finish last season?
I don't even think they played.
They did, no.
Did they?
They did. I am pretty sure they did not.
In 2019. Okay. Yeah, I don't think they did.
That really sucks.
It took till June for the NHL, July maybe for the NHL to do their playoffs.
And NHL's not coming back till January, I think?
13th. January 13th.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, it's official.
It was official? Oh, okay.
According to my inside source within the NHL.
Gotcha.
Is it It hasn't been officially announced yet, then?
It has not, no, but
Okay.
it has been agreed upon as that will be the start date of the season, and they're going to be playing 56 games.
Oh, okay.
Will be the schedule.
It's going to be interesting because they're not in a bubble this year, the NHL. So
Yeah.
the playoffs, they had a
Sick.
bubble, and well, the last couple weeks of the season, and then but with the playoffs, they basically were at three locations or two, whatever,
Two locations.
two locations, and basically they kept them surrounded in a hotel and have a good day. Which was funny because they said that there was a lot of bad tempers flying around the hotels because they would play their rivals in that game and then go back to the hotel and see them back in the walking back to the rooms. And they said it was not always pleasant in the elevators. So
Hockey players are a different breed, man.
yeah. Jim, did you watch anything good this week or bad, whichever one?
I started watching Stargirl.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that came out. Okay.
Better than Black Lightning?
Yes.
Black
How
Lightning.
could it be worse?
Stop it. Stop it.
The only thing that could have made Black Lightning worse was if it was on Quibi.
Oh, put money in the jar.
That's his second.
$1.
Oh, now Brian wants to hurt Jim.
I was like, it wasn't good with a 30-minute episode. It's not going to be better with a 5-minute episode.
It might be.
Well, you're right. It might be.
If you can
It
find
takes all
five
the shit out and just concentrated. Here's what we're doing.
Black Lightning is actually ending this coming season. Season 4 is the last season.
Oh no!
Yeah. It,
So sad.
good news is it lasted 3 seasons longer than Quibi, so I mean it worked out well. $1 in the jar. Jim, so what do you think about Stargirl?
It's through 3 episodes. It's entertaining.
Okay.
So they're still introducing all the characters and building up the new Justice
Society.
Society. Yeah.
So
It's not a league anymore.
No, it's a different group. Justice Society and Justice League is different.
Ordinary
Oh,
gentleman.
so they Justice League's trademark, so they got to go with Justice
That's
Society.
right.
No, it's both Warner. They're both DC.
Mm-hmm.
Justice Society was what? That was before Justice League, wasn't it?
Yes.
Originally in the
Yes.
1940s.
Yep.
Yeah. And it still has like Hawkman, Green Lantern, Flash were all original members of it.
I would say
The old Flash and old Green Lantern.
yeah, Alan. Alan, whatever the guy's name is.
Now, was that the Flash that was actually faster than everybody else?
Jay.
Jay Garrick. No, he wasn't faster than everybody. Well, he was faster than everybody else at the time, but then other people came around that were faster than him.
Real quick, I'll go back to Stargirl here in a second. Grant Gustin, who's from Flash, the CW show, who plays Flash, he was on Ridiculousness today, the episode I was watching, and they were talking
Oh my
about
God.
No, they were talking about time travel, and even Grant Gustin's like, in the show, Flash has used time travel a little too many times. You think? Thanks, Grant. Jim, I would say Stargirl. I did reviews for that for Nerdly. I will say episode 6 or 7 is when it really starts picking up. There's about 5 episodes of like them building slowly but surely, and then it starts picking up. And Luke Wilson's fun, isn't he?
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, Luke Wilson. He's the bad Wilson brother.
Is there
And Amy Smart.
Yes, Amy Smart's in it. Jim, did you watch Swamp Thing?
No, I did not.
Okay.
How about Wild Thing?
Ooh, Wild Things. Ooh. Swamp Thing's on my DVR. I just haven't watched it yet because that's not coming back. So, did you watch any of the other ones that were on DC's streaming platform, Jim? Like Titans or Doom Patrol?
I watched Doom Patrol.
Okay.
I watched that.
Was getting ready to. I haven't started Titans yet, but I was going to watch it.
Okay.
I
Since
watched,
they're all they're on HBO Max now. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I watched the first episode of Titans. I think they broadcast that about 2 weeks ago or something. I suppose to hopefully get people interested in HBO Max.
Oh.
I have HBO Max. I love Doom Patrol. When they went to the Sex Ghosts, it was hilarious.
Sex Ghosts, I'm in.
Yeah.
What? HBO Max is if you pay for 6 months ahead of time, you get 20% off right now. So.
So they wait until right after we get it. Jeez.
I'm picking it up next week. I'm going to start it next week because I'm off the following week. Next 11 days after that. So I thought, it'd be a good time. But yeah, they have 20% off if anybody's looking. So, Jeannie, have you seen anything new?
No. I watched The Mandalorian and Coco 9 times because it's Leah's favorite movie right now.
Coco.
She's 16.
Coco's a really good film. Coco's a great film.
It is, but you expect to watch it once, maybe twice every 6 months, not 4 times in 3 days.
This
You
is
have
the era
children,
of
so that
COVID.
changes.
She's 16.
Oh, you're saying she's not allowed to have her young childish stuff come through?
No, but you're supposed to watch something and move on to something else. Not watch something and be like, I'm going to watch that again. That happens when you're younger. I remember babysitting my cousin, first experience I ever had. The only time I ever babysat anyone until I shot a baby out of me. She watched Dumbo 10 times in the day. I was just like, can I never watch Dumbo again?
You should not watch Dumbo anytime, to be honest with you. It's a horrible film.
It was her obsession at the time, and it was just start over. I'm like, we're watching anything but Dumbo.
Well, if your daughter was doing her online schooling, she wouldn't have time to watch Coco 10 times.
She's got all of her schooling caught up. Actually, her teachers has praised her for her ability to actually do her homework and get it in time.
Oh. Wow.
She's the only one.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian was a
good.
pretty good episode this week.
Yeah,
It
Boba
was
Fett's too old and fat to fit into his armor. It was pretty
I
funny.
noticed that too, Blake. It happens.
Yeah, I'm
fast.
But he was
glad
a
I wasn't the only
badass.
one.
I when he took his weapon and was just like, pew, 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 whack, whack. It was nice watching it.
The Tusken Raider staff. Yeah.
Is there anything more useless than stormtrooper armor?
It does
I mean,
crack.
seriously. I mean,
Is
people without the armor
Stormtrooper
get
in the
shot
armor?
and survive. People with the armor get shot and die, or they get whacked like you were just talking about. With the Mandalorian and his big stick. I mean, what's the point of stormtrooper armor? I don't understand.
I did like this.
Nothing beats a big stick.
Blake, I did like the one stormtrooper that was leading the group. He took it very seriously. Everyone else did not. He looked like the guy in college, like he was in charge of the school, the team project. Everyone else was like, whatever. He's like, go, go, go. And then they all get shot. No, forget it.
Yeah, you mean the second lieutenant?
Yes.
In the squad. Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was pretty good. And then I did find it, he got his armor. I'm like, I'm surprised he can still fit. And then I looked at it, I was like, what's the use of just having that small breastplate?
It kind of looked like Chris Farley putting on a sports jacket. It just didn't work too well.
Got a little coat.
Yeah. Fat mercenary in a little vest.
See, I'm kind of surprised to find out that Boba Fett was overweight or whatnot, because I figured all the digestive juices from the Sarlacc would have at least burned away half his body.
I was like,
well, did they actually address how he survived the Sarlacc?
They did not yet. They did not.
They did in some comic book or something at some point. That's.
Do you know who saved him, Jeff, from the Sarlacc pit? Who helped?
The third guy who got thrown in.
No, he got he got pulled out by Dengar.
Well, Dengar's the coolest.
There you go.
He's
Toilet
cooler
paper
than
head.
Boba Fett.
Toilet paper head.
Cooler than Boba Fett.
And not to spoil anything, but after the things happen with the bad guys, I will say, Blake, as soon as Boba Fett and the other person were like, "Yeah, we're joining teams. We'll help you out." I looked at my son because we watched them together, and I was like, "Mando's getting a team." And then he goes back and he starts recruiting. I'm like, "Oh yeah, let's go. Let's get some of these guys."
I want to know who the cheerleaders are for them.
Wasn't he looking for the Bill Burr? Was it Bill Burr's guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, Bill Burr's coming back!
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to be their pony boy?
I'm a big fan of Bill Burr. Old Billy Burr there.
That's a good call. I don't know who's going to be their pony boy. I don't know, Jeff. Let's see here. Jeff, what did you watch? Anything good?
I started watching Rick and Morty.
Oh, okay. And?
Like, for the first time ever?
For the first time ever. I was unable to watch it before.
I was like, where have you been?
What's it on?
Well, I've heard about it. It's on HBO Max.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think before it was on Hulu, but I never had Hulu, so I couldn't watch it there. So,
and
I don't even know what. Oh, I like it. It's funny. It fits my sense of humor.
Okay.
It's Swifty.
You son of a bitch, you're in.
Brian, have you watched anything?
I have.
Oh, what'd you watch, Brian?
I watched the third.
How to scam people out of bourbon.
Oh, we lost Brian.
Oh, I was going to say, is he pissed off at me again? Oh.
Of course.
I think we lost
You
him.
interrupted him. We didn't lose him. He just went on mute and turned off his camera.
Oh. Now Brian won't join the show. Come on, the show.
Brian won't put a show.
Thought we were doing the Magic Johnson thing there for a second. Blake, what have you watched real quick?
I finished Barbarian.
And?
It was good. I liked it.
Okay.
What is Barbarian on?
It's on Netflix.
Oh.
How many episodes?
It's German. It's made in Germany. So,
Okay.
If you have a problem with people having dub overs for vocals, and I talked to one person who said they couldn't watch it because the English was all dubbed, and I'm like, well,
Do they have
it
the
is
option
kinda-
for it to be in German with you reading subtitles?
yes, but you have to read subtitles anyways because the Romans speak Latin, so they're subtitled.
Ah.
And so the natural Germanic tribes, speak English so that you understand each other. But what is pretty cool is it's a good little miniature Game of Thrones replacement, if you're looking for, something a little along those lines. And
So there's dragons?
That was
No
gonna be my
dragons.
question. Okay.
no dragons. More, it's based on the Turborg, forest battle. So it's, it's fiction based on nonfiction,
Is there,
event.
is there White Walkers?
Not yet.
Okay.
But what is interesting is the fact that it'll start to get it's once you can get past the subtitles and the dubs, once you get used to it, it gets better. I think maybe for some people, but I did like it in the fact that it's got some good plots, and it's got, when I say Game of Thronesy, you've got people working against each other and scheming and all that kind of stuff.
Definite incest. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, there's a little bit of sexy time, but what I do like
I
is
think you
the
sold
interesting.
me. I'm gonna go.
plots
I'm
and-
gonna go put this on my Netflix and watch it.
You should, and wait until episode 6, because episode 6 it gets really good, and that was going to be my tagline for what I watched this week. And the reason episode 6 was really good is because it's the last one.
So I have to
I
watch
was
the
like,
whole
wow,
thing.
this episode's really good. And I'm like, okay, what's the next one? It starts, because you watched this, here's the Queen.
So
I'm
is there
like,
only
what?
6 episodes total?
Yeah.
Are they
Episode.
after?
Is it a mini series, or will it come back for a season 2?
Well, it is a German miniseries, and there's been enough interest in it that they've signed off for a season 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So what was really cool is that Thusnelda, who's the Germanic lady, her name's Jean Gorsad, and she's like, what is pretty cool is like the Germanic, tribes would dress up for battle, kind of like the interesting barbarian, dress. And so, she's taken on a persona of a seer, or a crone. And she's like, in this cool all black, soot, I'm like, man, that was pretty hot. Yeah, that's my takeaway.
Okay.
So the crone is pretty hot. All right. It's not usually the one people are attracted to, but all right. You got me excited about this. Like, history and is one of my, I'm a big history buff, and this time period specifically. So yeah, I'll watch it. It is.
Oh yeah, it is really cool, and there's some really cool plots. A little, a couple of things are a little cheesy, but the overall plots are pretty cool. I like it. I'm
going to come back and tell you how I feel about this.
Okay.
Brian.
And if she's disappointed, she will take it out on you.
Yes.
Brian, before you were rudely interrupted, please.
Yeah.
Tell me who you got. What have you watched? Come on, give me something.
I watched the first 3 episodes of Big Sky.
Good call. Okay, I'm on that too.
Really digging it so far.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what to expect, but
is it
a little
blue?
surprised in the first episode, but
I was going to tell you the ending of the first episode. We won't do spoilers because it's a pretty big twist. But what the heck is going on here?
What is Big Sky on?
ABC.
That's why I have no clue what it is.
Did you see the twist coming, Brian, at the end of the first episode?
No.
What the twist?
Not at all.
In Bedrock. Twist.
Well, let me preface that with saying I did know because Erica told me because she started it before me, but it still happened, and I was like, "Oh no, wait, what?"
Did they kill off Ned Stark in the first episode?
Ned Stark? Yes, Ned Stark.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I watched the first 3 episodes of that.
And it's basically, for people that don't know, it's two girls are kidnapped driving to Montana to visit the one's boyfriend, 2 sisters, and it basically breaks down that there's a serial killer that's a trucker. And he may or may not be working with more people involved in the city or in the state of Montana, and it's good. And then the police are kind of like whatever. So there's 2 detectives or 3 detectives that start looking for it. But the 2 female
private detectives.
Sorry.
It says a private detective teams up with an ex-cop.
Yeah, there's 2 female private detectives that run a business, and the one slept with the other woman's husband. So there's some tension there. So there's some issues there. But it does have Ryan Felipe. How do you say it? Felipe? Yeah, I'm going with that.
Yeah.
And his abs.
I'm about to say, you say it has Ryan Felipe, like that's a bonus or a good thing.
I like him. Are you caught up? Are you caught up on Transplant? Brian?
Me?
Yeah.
I've never watched it in my life.
Oh, I thought you were going to. I'm sorry. My bad.
Was Big Sky kind of Twins Peak-ish? Because it looks kind of Twins Peak-ish.
I would say a little bit.
Yeah. Not overly, but there are some undertones that I could see that comparison. Yeah.
All right, cool.
I don't think it says.
So it has a log lady.
What?
So it has a log lady in it.
Yes.
There's lots of pie.
The Twin Peaks had a character who's called the Log Lady because she walked around carrying a log the whole time.
I never watched Twin Peaks.
Well, I don't want to give you any spoilers, Jeff, so I won't tell you if there's a log lady or not.
You should watch the entire series because the log lady's in there somewhere. Find her.
In Big Sky? In Big Sky? What you watch anything else, Brian?
Yeah, I watched the third recently released filmed in Cincinnati movie on Netflix with Bruce Willis in it. Marauders.
Why?
It's actually got a really good cast. It's Bruce Willis, Batista's in it, Christopher Maloney, and I can't remember. Shit, I can't remember the other guy's name.
John.
I will say maybe Steven something. It's much better than Hard Kill. Not that that means anything. It's a very low barometer, but
The lowest of
it was
all.
it was mostly filmed downtown, so it was really cool seeing like the shots that they got. But it was weird because downtown was considered in the movie was considered Westchester. Like they would say, like we're going to the because it was about bank robbery. So they're like, yeah, we got to go to the Westchester branch, and then they're like on Elm Street. I'm like, wait, that's not right.
Westchester doesn't have skyscrapers. What are you?
Right. But it was actually it was watchable. Batista's pretty good in it.
That was, I believe, that's the one that was filmed in Cincinnati. That my coworker's house was used as one of the actors' houses in it.
Nice.
They used it was a subdivision in Westchester basically, and the subdivision people got paid, but it wasn't much. Like I think she got decent, but nothing great. And then basically they gutted the house because they were putting lights in because you had to have bright enough lights into the ceilings and that. Obviously the company, the Hollywood, the movie company, they obviously replaced everything in that they took out. But she said they had to leave literally, I think it was for 2 weeks, I think, of the time and go somewhere else. But it was a uppity Westchester area. But yeah, it was just kind of interesting. One of my coworkers, I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. She's like, our subdivision was picked, and then basically you got to volunteer, and she got paid. I think it was $10,000 to $20,000 total, on top of them fixing up the house. Correct.
So did they make the house better? Like they didn't put it back exactly the way, if she said, well, you might as well paint this and...
Yeah, here's your house back. Thanks. Hey, wait a minute.
They put back the knob and tube wiring and everything.
your house is going burned down next week. My bad. No. I mean, hey, for $10,000 to $20,000, hell yeah. I mean, that's not bad at all.
Do it. Let's go.
But she said that they had the whole subdivision was not really happy because there were so many stop
vehicles
and So
that would be rough, I'd imagine. But
I believe it was Marauders. I think that was the one that she said. Brian, it was the one actor, Adrian Grenier. Is that who you're thinking about?
From
Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman from Entourage.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. So
at one point we had 3 of the top 10 most popular Netflix movies were streamed. In the top 10, 3 of them were filmed here in Cincinnati at one point. Hard Kill dropped out really quick though.
That's
everybody.
It was a hard
to
pass.
I watched Freaky, the new body switching film. Horror movie. Vince Vaughn's a serial killer, the butcher. He switches bodies with the teenager in it, and basically starts killing spree.
Previews for that, yeah.
My wife was she works out of the house, and so she was working Saturday night, and all the kids were in bed, and I was like, there's nothing really else on. I really wanted to see Freaky, so it's still in theaters. But yeah, I rented it, and you know what? I enjoyed it. It was wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. It was funny. It was like Mean Girls mixed with Scream. Kind of mixed with Freaky Friday.
You sold me on that.
I like Mean Girls. Mean Girls is funny.
Scream.
Oh, shut it. But yeah, I mean, and Vince Vaughn actually looked like he gave a shit, so that was kind of nice that he actually tried.
Because he needs money.
maybe. But yeah, I enjoyed it. So review will be on nerdly.co.uk this week. Just let you guys know. So there you go. Hey, Jim, are you awake?
Yep.
Would you like to do the poll of the week?
Hey, what about you, Jason? Didn't you finish Cobra Kai yet?
No, I'm on season 2 still. Halfway through. I didn't watch any other one. I watched Freaky instead of catching up on Cobra Kai. I apologize. It will be done this weekend. I promise. There's no other movies that came out that I wanted to see.
I believe the season 3 trailer is dropping tomorrow. If what I read today.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. Jim, you want to do the poll of the week?
Okay, the Twitter poll of the week. Since Warner Brothers is releasing their new films to HBO Max, which one are you most excited to watch? We had Wonder Woman 1984, The Suicide Squad, Dune, and Godzilla vs. Kong. I really think somebody got on here and voted like 35 times.
Yeah, I'm surprised at these results.
Sense. At 14% and fourth is The Suicide Squad. At 16% and third was Dune.
Ugh.
And then the other two, first and second, 51% to 19%. 51% Godzilla versus Kong. 19% Wonder Woman 1984.
I love
How many votes did we end up with?
50-something? I'll check.
Hey, were these votes certified in Georgia?
Arizona.
Oh, that explains it.
Pennsylvania.
I currently have I'm suing and going to the Supreme Court to get these votes taken away.
This was 96 votes.
I think there's voter fraud going on.
96
because
votes.
there's no way
Wonder
to
Woman will lose. No way.
There's no way Kong and Godzilla should get over half the votes.
I love Godzilla versus, I love the new Godzilla films and Kong and that. I don't even think this would be my pick on here. I mean, I like Godzilla versus Kong, but I'm shocked that it won by that much. So I thought Wonder Woman would take it. Or
That was not my vote.
Or as Besada Geek said, Lord of the Rings with In the Desert, Dune.
It's not even close to the same story. Come on, guys.
I was about ready to argue that, you picked the wrong movies, and then I looked at all the movies that Warner Brothers was releasing, and I'm like, I'm not looking forward to any of these.
So
I guess it's Wonder Woman.
Warner Brothers announced last week, I think it was the week after we aired, that they are, or the day after we aired, I'm sorry, that they are releasing all their 2021 films onto HBO Max next year, which has not pleased a lot of people.
Like theater orders?
Not one Christopher Nolan.
Nolan.
Theater.
Yeah,
So
Nolan.
A lot of people with financial stakes in the movies that they are doing this with are not happy.
So,
like if you're
Go ahead.
supposed to be getting a share of the box office or whatnot, and there is no box office.
So the shitty part is Legendary Films, who produces or who makes Godzilla vs. Kong. It was a $200 million budget, and they paid for 75% of it. They were in talks to sell the rights to Netflix, Godzilla vs. Kong. Legendary was, and Warner Brothers stepped in for $200 million. Warner Brothers stepped in and said, nope, you can't do that. We're not agreeing to it. And literally the next day, they came out and said that everything's going to HBO Max. So they said,
read my lips. No streaming service. Next day, hey, HBO Max.
No, they didn't say no streaming service.
Just
They
not
said
Netflix.
Not someone else's streaming service.
We get
Well,
to
that makes sense
decide,
because
bitches.
Warner Brothers it has TV, network TV stake. So why would they let Netflix steal that?
I know, but Legendary...
Warner Brothers owns HBO, so...
Legendary Films
there you
is
go.
in the process of suing them, basically, for this. Or because they said they want something out of this cut because they're going to lose $150 million otherwise. So, yeah. So there you go. I don't know if all of them are coming to Warner or HBO Max after this is all said and done.
I think a lot of them are being released on HBO Max at the same time in theaters.
Oh yeah,
So
they,
I think
and
they're all
they're being
doubling.
released for a month. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, they're
after
all,
the month is up, then they're not there anymore.
yeah, they're all doubling down on trying to, cut their losses in the theaters, with the current situation.
Yeah, because I didn't realize that, Jeff, that Wonder Woman, like you said, all of the new ones are coming out for 31 days, and then they're leaving HBO Max until their rights can go back to a streaming service, back to HBO. So there you go.
And apparently HBO Max is disappointed in the amount of subscribers they have, so they're trying to boost their subscription rate. Or not the rate, but the rate of people subscribing. They think that's why part of the reason they did this was, because the new head of Warner Brothers wants to boost their own streaming service.
Jeff, who is it? What company?
Yeah.
What company? Ron?
Warner Brothers!
There you go.
Didn't know we were watching the producers.
But I will let you know that I think, Jeff, you're going, aren't you, on the day after Christmas to see Wonder Woman?
Yep, we bought tickets in the theater.
Oh, nice. You'll probably still have a private theater, depending on what time you go.
Going in the afternoon.
The afternoon.
There were no tickets sold when we bought them, so...
It will be interesting because, Jeff, you used to work at the movie theater. That was a big night, Christmas night. You wonder if it's going to be that again.
It won't.
Not this year, anyway.
No.
When we drove by on Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
and there was actually a decent amount of cars in the lot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
That's good. That's good to see.
Not like a normal busy day would have been, but there was for the time it was like the lot was about half full, which they hadn't seen anything like that before.
Yeah, since the shutdown.
Yeah.
One of the parents on my son's soccer team, he was talking to me last week, and he said that him and 3 other families, because you can have up to 20 people, rented a movie theater at the one closest to us for $99, and it was what do you call it? They were going to watch the cartoon version of The Grinch, I think it was, for $99, and he's like, you can't beat it. It's $25 for a family, for us. So he's like, for a private theater, he's like, it's really nice. I mean, for $25, you can't beat that.
Cartoon version of The Grinch?
Yeah, with Benedict
the
Cumberbatch.
half hour.
No.
Probably the new one that just came out last year.
Okay.
Yes, the half hour.
Benedict Cumberbatch, not the Boris Karloff.
No.
Yeah. It's actually where I asked my group members what movie they wanted to watch for Christmas, because the week of Christmas, we have such a short week. We actually have Christmas Eve off and Christmas. So we only have one group, and I'm like, we're not going to actually do anything like meaningful. Mm-hmm. Let's watch a movie. What movie do you want to watch? And that's the movie they picked.
You know what? I was pleasantly surprised. It's actually a pretty decent cartoon. I actually like it, I think, better than the half-hour one.
Okay.
So it's better than the clips they showed when promoting the movie when it was in theaters. Okay.
Yes.
Because those clips did not make me want to see that movie.
No, and we made fun of it, Jeff, you and I, with it. And it was a lot better than I thought. So you could do a lot worse on Christmas movies. Let's just say that.
Like the
it's
Polar
a wonderful
Express.
life.
Polar Express. Blake, let's do some listener feedback over there, Chief.
Yeah, some listener feedback brought to you by Rigged Elections. Obviously, Godzilla versus Kong is fake. All right.
Demandery.
Let's see. We start off with this one guy. What's his name?
Number 1 fan?
Big D.
A-Pans.
Formerly known as
7.
Dad?
Lower than me.
He says, does the CGI for Clifford the Big Red Dog look worse than the original design for Sonic the Hedgehog? And I like how you put a little picture reference in here for us.
Well, I figured otherwise nobody would understand. So I had to make it easy for you guys.
Intern, you did a good
You're
job
the
on that.
best.
You are.
All right.
Rumor has it that intern, you're up for a floppy for best intern of the year. Just saying. So, it looks creepy. The Clifford the Big Red Dog. Help me out here, people.
He looks.
It does. It
Well,
does
on
look
it-
good.
He
Clifford
just
is
looks like a
creepy.
dog.
He's a dog the size of a fucking house. How do you not make that creepy?
Yeah.
How do you make that less creepy?
I mean, you needed to put a house next to him. I mean, all you
Can
did
you
was put
imagine?
another smaller dog next to him. So
How big his poops are?
big as a couch.
That
No,
was my
big
issue.
as a house, a tiny house.
No, he's as big as a house. The poops are as big as a couch.
Who cleans that up? I mean, that's got to be like you only can use it for so many gardens in the area.
It looks like
Just put the
somebody
hose
just took
on.
like red food coloring and rubbed it on their dog.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
It looks like
His poops can't be bigger than this podcast.
Oh.
From this moment on, we'll be better.
Well played.
This
the
woman-
dog looks like a chocolate lab that they turned into a red velvet.
A red velvet lamb.
Red
Mm.
velvet lab.
Red velvet cake.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got? What's your name, Blake?
Next one's from Jeannie. She could read her own damn question.
Oh, I could if I had it up. But I think I asked about Dixit. Have you guys ever played that game? It's fantastic.
I have played that game.
You have to, I've utilized that in groups because you just have like these images and you're allowed to like what is this like say I choose the word imaginary and then you look at the different cards in your hand and pick up what you think represents imaginary the best, and then I picked the one I like.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Oh, good. I thought it was some crazy swinger game thing that you're into.
I'm single. How can I be a swinger? I would be a unicorn.
We learned last week not to be a swinger during COVID. Naughty in New Orleans has taught us that. God.
Need
Brian,
an updated case
Something that I
case
throat.
count from that.
I'm going to look at that up, Brian. Brian did a good job after our show last week. He put it on our Facebook page that we had Naughty in New Orleans, the swingers thing. Out of 300 that showed up, 40 cases of COVID
So
occurred.
far.
So far.
As of last week, they had documented 40 cases.
It wasn't from any of the events that were held. It was from all the drinking in bars and eating in restaurants that,
I think it would have been fine, but all the swingers kept staying up past 10 o'clock. And that just
wasn't any of
after 10.
the, it
They
wasn't the
weren't
convention
utilizing
events.
glory holes. They were utilizing each other, and that's where the COVID happened.
They were utilizing COVID holes.
Brian, that article you sent was awesome too because even the creator of it or whoever was running it said, in hindsight, we probably shouldn't have done this.
We probably shouldn't have
Oh, in
had
hindsight.
Yeah.
a sexy swingers party in the middle of a pandemic. I feel like whoever shows up deserves dying. It's fine.
In hindsight, we shouldn't have had the young Republicans of New York go across to New Jersey to have their annual party.
It's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to swing when you gotta keep 6 feet apart.
It's like, oh yeah,
You
touch
don't
those
have to
nipples
keep
for me.
6 feet apart if you have a sheet of plastic between you, though.
Peter North wouldn't have an issue with it.
Moving on.
Yes, definitely moving on.
Yeah, let's move on because it's a Quibi question. That's why he wants us to move on.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, I skipped one. It's from Fish. Yeah. Oreo is coming out with a Lady Gaga flavored Oreo. What do you think this will taste like?
Meat.
Raw meat and shame.
Washed up Madonna.
No, Madonna's washed upness is all Madonna.
Mm-hmm.
What does it? I would say it tastes like glitter. I'm going to say glitter.
That's Kesha.
Oh, my
Yes.
bad. Is Kesha
Love
still
the
a
fact that
thing?
he had an answer right there.
Doesn't
We're the
Kesha
Kesha
brush her
podcast.
teeth with whiskey?
Yes.
Or at least that's what she sang about. Yeah.
The
What?
only thing I knew she sang about was somebody going down.
What?
On her?
Kesha's song.
Timber.
Oh.
I have to.
She's going
I have
down
to
on
admit-
somebody's wood, something like that.
I have to admit, the Kesha concert that Brian and I went and saw was actually pretty entertaining.
I agree.
So she didn't sing her own songs?
Well, she at the time she didn't have the rights to her own songs
Oh,
because she
so
was
she
in
did
hired-
sing her own
She
songs.
she hired a band and they turned so she couldn't play her music like to the music. Like she hired a rock band basically and turned all of her music into rock music.
That's
And-
awesome.
It was actually
An improvement.
awesome.
they were covering all her songs.
I
Yeah.
feel like
That was
I
a
would have
little
enjoyed that. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually is a way to get me to enjoy Kesha. Well, now I'm disappointed I missed it.
I would see Lady Gaga. I think she would do a good concert. I would
Not
see.
talking about Lady Gaga.
No,
talking
but-
about Kesha.
No, we're talking about Kesha and Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga was the flavor. I'm just saying. Overall, I think they both could have done it. I'm just saying. Sorry. Shut up. I'll shut up now.
The best part about that concert was Brian haggling with the people at the concert
At
venue
Bogarts.
at Bogarts to get us into one of the private rooms because
Yeah.
no one was using them.
So Bogarts, when they remodeled, they put in 2 suites on, like the steps when you're going down. The middle area, like that little, like you come up into that area and then there's the other set of steps. So in the middle area, they added suites on either side. So the day of the concert, you go up to the VIP and you ask the lady like, "Hey, are the suites taken?" And they say yes or no. So for this, we've done it twice actually. But for this one, I knew it was mostly going to be like teenage 8 or 20-year-olds that couldn't afford it. So I asked the lady, I'm like, "Hey, is a suite available?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "It's like $200." And there were 5 of us. And I'm like, "Yeah, that's not worth it." Because we had already paid to get in.
Yeah.
So anyway, 20 minutes later, I went back. I'm like, "Hey, is that suite still open?" She's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, like 150." I'm like, I'll give you $100 right now in cash. She's like, "Oh, I got to talk to my boss. Let me see what I can do." So we're just hanging out, and she comes back, and she's like, "We can do 100.
We could do 100, but no hors d'oeuvres.
Well, I mean, it's basically
No
all
food
it is.
plate.
You get the room, so you don't have to deal with people, but you get a server, which is awesome because you don't ever have to go to the bar.
Yep.
Stand in line.
Beer me.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
So it was well worth it.
Yeah, but
And,
no meat or cheese tray.
Someone got so drunk that they peed in my bathtub on themselves after that concert.
It was not me.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
was not
you
me.
sure?
It will always be you in my head.
Yeah.
'Cause the way he
kinda
said
left
that,
that-
I'm like,
He kind of
wow.
left it open.
What else we got?
Allegedly.
What else we got, Blake?
Allegedly, he could tell us. We won't get sued.
What else we got?
Next one is from Nick. It says, "Why does everyone pick on Brian's love of Queeby? I actually enjoyed the platform."
Look at that, Brian.
Thank you, Nick.
You got that.
I feel like the only one who picks on you is Jason.
What?
And now Jim.
You got Jim now. I will
No,
say,
it's just Jason.
I will say, Brian, on Twitter, we do get a couple people that have said that they actually enjoyed the platform. So, there you go. But
not me because I'm old.
Is anybody going to answer the question?
What's that?
No.
Jason's an
Why
asshole.
do you pick on me?
I don't pick on you. It's out of love. It's out of love, Brian.
Wait. He
Again,
said,
it's an
I
apple.
don't pick on you, and then he gave a reason. So obviously you.
It's some days I do. Some days. Brian, you know what? I again, you're my vote for best intern. So, you know what? It's out of love. It's out of
But
love.
you're
We
still
don't-
not
we-
answering the question.
We don't haze on this podcast. We just give you opportunities for professional development.
That's right. I like that idea. Brian, I will try to do better. I apologize.
I'm not asking you to do better. I'm asking you to answer the question.
I'm not answering the question. You can't handle the truth. You can't.
I can.
No.
I've been asking for it.
No. What else we got, Blake?
We're so hard on you because we know you can do better. All right. Fist from Pittsburgh Nerd said, Brian and Jason, what do you think Sting's role in the AEW will be?
Brian, you go ahead. Sting showed up last week on AEW.
So originally,
See, I thought this was Sting out of like the music.
No, it's the
industry, but
wrestler.
apparently, I'm wrong.
I thought he was going to sing the background music.
Shut up, both of you,
Yeah.
okay? Brian, go ahead.
See, so we're gonna bring any of the police with him?
Anyways, Brian, go ahead. Mute him. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me! God dang it, Brian, you left me!
originally, well, I loved the entrance that he did,
Yes.
and I enjoyed where they brought him in with MJF.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was. I mean, that's the route that you take, bringing him back. I think. But I was reading. So apparently, they've been teasing matches with him and with Jericho now.
Okay.
Jericho is going to be what's his other, like his alter ego thing that he wrestles under in New Japan. What did he wrestle under?
Painmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw a couple advertisements and Twitter things floating around with like Sting and the like him and with Jericho and the Painmaker persona. So I'm not super jazzed about him wrestling because WWE really screwed him over and destroyed his neck.
Yeah.
So I really don't want to see him get. I don't want him to see him look shitty in the ring, and B, I don't want to see him get hurt again. And C, I really don't want AEW to turn into WCW 2.0.
I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to have him lead a group with Darby Allin, which is fine.
Yeah.
Which is fine. They do a good job with that. They bring the older guys back to lead groups, and I like that. Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
You have a good point, though.
Arn Anderson's in there?
Yeah, he's got Cody Rhodes and all those guys.
Cody Rhodes is an old guy, too. Why the hell isn't he
That's
leading the
Dustin.
group?
That's Dustin Rhodes. He's
Yeah,
in there. Cody's 34.
Words.
Yeah, an old guy.
Before I get ahead of myself, did we do Breath of Silence for Pat Patterson?
Oh, yeah, Pat Patterson.
Pat Patterson died.
Creator of the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
That was a heartbreak, too, because Pat Patterson, everybody said, it was one of the nicest guys there in wrestling. And he was very innovative. He did the Fatal 4-Way match. He created that.
Yeah.
And did all that.
He created quite a bit.
With the Sting, that's actually a good point, though, with Jericho, because Jericho's safe and probably one of the safest workers out there. If you're going to have it with him. But I don't have a problem, like, if Sting had a group with Darby Allin, I don't know who else you could do. Hell, you could even have the Lucha Express in there, or the Jurassic Express, or whatever they call each other. Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and that. You could have those
You just
guys.
call them the Jurassic Park Express.
It's the Jurassic Express, I think, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
It said Jungle Boy.
Like
Jungle Boy. It's Luke Perry's son. The actor Luke Perry.
He's
His
dead.
son.
Sideshow Luke Perry?
Yes, Sideshow Luke Perry. So, Blake, finish.
Moving
this
on.
up.
Oh, sorry, I was taking a nap. Professor number one and Doctor number one, do you think the NFL will actually finish this season due to COVID, or will they start the playoffs early?
They're going to finish the season.
They'll finish.
Yeah, if anything, they'll start the playoffs late to make up for missed time, if they have to miss time.
Are they doing a bubble for the playoffs?
No.
No.
It's in discussion. I'm not sure if it's an option to go to if things get worse than what they are.
Gotcha.
I don't know how it gets worse than the Ravens, but
Rat birds.
yeah.
Is there a Thursday night
really.
game this week?
No.
Rat birds are on TV right now.
Yeah, I knew that. You said that.
I think they got a little extended time because it's playoff implications. Yeah, we complained about this last week.
Jim, you were going to say something?
I forgot what it was.
Oh, okay. Best color man in the business.
I do have a question for Blake.
Oh,
I'm
no.
flipping through the stations on the television, and so you have to only watch one of these. Drunk History or The Curse of Oak Island. They're both on right now. Which one would you watch?
Depends. If Jason C. Brown was listening, I say Drunk History.
Well, we assume he's listening because according to his IMDb page, he listens. Or at
Correct.
least
And he's,
frequently guests.
and he's coming on next week. So
Oh, great.
I will
Great.
say Drunk History and his Aldi commercials.
Good thing is he's also Jason C. Brown director, Hollywood director. He's also up for Canadian of the Year at the Floppy Awards. Just letting you guys know that.
Ugh.
Just letting you know that. Jason.
Trying to decide if I should be insulted that I wasn't brought up again for Canadian of the Year. I'm just going to sit over here and weep.
It's tough to win 2 years in a row, Jeannie. I'll be honest. You came on the show a lot more, so it kind
Oh,
of
you got to
dropped.
know me more, and you're like, fuck you.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah, you're no longer a rarity.
You're actually
You're no longer
close,
an unknown entity to be discovered.
You're creeping closer to Pittsburghian of the Year.
Aw.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
You know what,
Feels
Pittsburghian?
like I've been insulted.
I can't believe Jason said that about you.
No.
So, who caved first to have her to let her on the show this week? Because Jeff said no.
Okay, well, I did not say no. I did not say no. And
Jason
two,
said that you
I don't
said
even
no.
have the ability to say no because Jason does the booking.
Not this time. I wanted Jeannie for every week, and Jeff's like, "Fuck you! No, you don't get to bring
I'm
her
going to
on."
go cry in my camp, guys.
If I was going to complain about your booking, I'd be complaining about Stephen Izzy, not Jeannie.
Oh, Stephen Izzy!
I just can't wait until we have the girls take over and Jason just sits there and can't talk and just records.
I don't give a shit. Go ahead. I'll be back in 2 hours. See you guys.
April 1st.
When is that? December 29th?
No. Oh, the floppies.
No, when's the all-female Hobie?
Next week or next year. Next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
In January?
When Nikki from New Zealand gets caught up.
She said in 2 weeks she's done.
So she's off for 8 months. So Dr. Dana's allowed to be on if she wants to.
I'll present the option.
Okay, good.
She's currently like knee deep in COVID, so by then she might be waist to shoulder deep in COVID.
So I do have an apology on this one. Speaking of Dr. Dana, I said she was the best nurse in Cincinnati, and she is. She tied though with my sister-in-law.
Way to go.
I completely forgot she was a nurse. So Doug A. Pants, his wife, best nurse in Cincinnati.
Co-best nurses.
I even knew she was a nurse, Jason.
So this is what I got every day since the episode aired last week. Hey, I get a text message. You do realize I'm a nurse and I'm related to you. And she's like, I'm going to send
That's why you say disqualified because of the
That's,
relation.
that's right. You say you can't have nepotism.
She then said, I'm going to send you a daily reminder I'm a nurse, and she has. Every day.
Yeah.
She sent me a directory of her name being on the list of nurses today.
Nice.
Oh, I like her.
That's good.
Mrs. A. Pans, I apologize. You are the best nurse next with Dr. Dana. With Dr. Dana. Oh, fuck. Jeff, give me some intro music to News of the Geek.
News of the Geek.
Let's see here. Per readers, the Oscars 2021 will not be a virtual
Reuters.
event. What? Reuters? Will not be a virtual event and will be organized. Will be organized traditionally as an in-person telecast, according to Variety and Reuters. Let's see here. The Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences moved the 73rd Academy Award ceremony to April 25th, 2021, because it would be so much better. So that theaters would be open again in the spring, which will allow more films to compete for the awards. So I guess the cutoff is March of 2021? Not sure. Let's see here. The Academy Awards.
Does anybody care about the Academy Awards anymore, or is everybody just sick and tired of listening to
in all honesty,
Hollywood people lecture you about their
I like them.
politics?
They don't lecture me.
I just really want to go back to concerts. Like, I don't care about movie theaters.
The Emmy Awards were virtual in September, and it was a virtual only ceremony, and it was great. I actually thought it moved quicker and it was a lot better. So I had no problem with it being virtual.
They didn't have to play you off. They just cut you off and
Yes.
went to the next thing.
Yeah,
They didn't have to start the music in the background.
we're going to change some things up here. We got a couple other quick news stories. Speak of Naughty in New Orleans, Bob, the creator of the Naughty in New Orleans convention, he did a radio talk interview last week. He said only 50% of the attendees had sex. So there you go at the swingers convention. Only 50%.
That sounds like
What's the
a
point?
terrible swingers convention then.
Well, I mean, you get
Well,
to decide
it was
if you
just
want
a
to-
networking event for future swinging.
He said, and this is no scientific poll, but he said that the reason why the attendees got sick with COVID is because they got it from...
Because they were dumbasses?
He said, no, they got it from community transit... what do you call it?
transmission.
Thank you. Community
They got it from the
transmission.
water fountain.
Nope, he said in bars on Bourbon Street. They would go out and go to the bars. So that's why.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you can put
that's
that
what
down.
you do when you have a convention in New Orleans.
So this was on Reddit under the swingers category. Oh, God. And
Yeah, get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Yeah, now it's on your phone.
Sexy Hot
Everyone-
Wife Sexy Hot Wife responded, is the headline about COVID? Is this the headline about COVID or the lack of hooking up at a swingers convention? Good point.
Both?
There you go.
It's like you have a right to decide if you're going to have sex with someone. You don't go there and be like, well, I guess I'll just settle for you.
Let's see here.
So what you're saying is you think most of the people that showed up were disappointed at their options?
I
Yes.
guess.
That's why half of them didn't?
I came all the way down here for this.
My
That's why they
choices
had to go
are
out
you
and
and
drink.
you. I'm going back to my room and masturbating.
They went to the bar and drank.
Then
And then did that.
They have said, though, it has come out that several swingers resorts, vacation resorts, are more popular than ever right now. So there you go. I guess there's swinger resorts around the country, the world.
Well, the radio station I listen to on my alarm clock in the morning are sending people away for a trip to hedonism
Oh,
for the new year. And I'm like, really? You're sending people on a trip so they can all congregate together in the middle of a pandemic?
Yeah,
I'm sure Jamaica's happy.
I can't date right now because I don't want to meet people who aren't in my bubble. So let's go fuck.
I guess there's a swingers resort called Desiree Pearl in. I'm sorry, I guess that would be Desire Pearl. Desiree Pearl is a stripper.
Pearl's the singer.
Oh, wow.
I'll be back. I I gotta go refill.
Desiree Pearl up on the stage. Come on down. Desire Pearl is at 75% capacity in the Caribbean. Let's see here. Speaking of that, this could be my favorite one of the day. Everybody knows Blake loves Burning Man, and he loves going to the Burning Man conventions and all that stuff.
I think Blake likes setting people on fire, not the
Same
festival burning.
Same
okay.
thing. Same thing. Art with Me, which sounds like a really horrible name of a thing, an art and music festival ran November 11th through 15th in Tulum, Mexico. It promised to nurture personal growth.
Did you say nurture?
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Brian has to go refill again.
thanks, Jim. It was a 4-day festival, and unfortunately, results are coming back that half the attendees are getting COVID from it. Basically,
Again,
yes.
this is not a shocker that you congregate without protection at a festival and you get sick.
This is the best part. So, one of the people that got sick, Michelle, she lives in New York. She said, it's an alias. She said, I have nothing good to say about this event. They serve food, all open barbecue finger food. Everybody was grabbing with their hands. And all I will say is that there was not one mask, and I got more sick than I ever did in my entire life after that party.
I'm sure it had nothing to do with the finger barbecue food.
Everyone was doing stink palms, guys.
My issue is at this point, fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
that's on you. You're bitching that they're serving barbecue finger
That's
food.
right.
Don't eat it. Fuck you.
And wear your own goddamn fucking mask.
Yeah.
If you didn't see a mask, that means you weren't wearing one.
Don't go.
Yeah, just don't go in the middle of a pandemic.
I feel like at this point, if you do something that you're not supposed to do and you get it,
It's your fault.
It's your fault. Exactly.
Fuck these
we're
people.
almost 10 months into this, and it's
I'm fine with, okay, you did something stupid and you got it and you're sick. But the problem
But don't
is you're going
complain
to
about
spread
it
it.
because you knew what you were doing.
But the problem is you're spreading it to other people. People in your bubble who think you should be safe, but you didn't tell them you were in Mexico catching the COVID.
So the article's on the Daily Beast.
Or Nolan's getting naughty.
The article's on the Daily Beast, and they said that they interviewed a doctor back in New York City, and she said 60 to 70% of her patients that have COVID in the last week were either at this festival or knew somebody that went to that festival, so they're bringing it back. Miami is getting the same issues, too. They interviewed doctors there, and they're 40 to 50%. So they're bringing it back, and it's a super spreader event.
I guess Cincinnatians just aren't that hip.
No, nobody wants to go to a fucking beach party.
Only people from New York and Miami are going to New Mexico for this shit.
So this is the best
New
part.
Mexico
we
or
work
Mexico?
Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah, Tulum, Mexico. Sorry.
Yeah. Cincinnati and Ohio. Ohio wasn't invited.
Yeah, we weren't cool enough.
Yeah, we are not on the guest list.
So it was 21 hotels partnered with this festival. So it obviously was a pretty packed area. And also the bad thing is Mexico is hitting at a peak right now. Their mortality rate is some of the highest in the world with COVID. So that's always good, too.
what do you
How many people got sick from the water?
So
They don't talk about that.
they did talk to Rodrigo Palencia, a 34-year-old. Hey, I got that right. Who he didn't produce this event, but he produced a dance party the very next day after the festival, and he said, one of my partners was going to the parties at Art with me, and he tested positive. But this is the best part. He said it shouldn't be on the people arranging and hosting these events, but rather the participants who refuse to wear masks or keep their distance. Quote, in the end, it's not about Tulum. It's about people. We are giving you a party and trying to do something to kill the stress that we all have, but just wear a mask. And people just don't understand. And we can't kick everyone out that's not wearing a mask. It's complicated.
No,
It's not complicated. You're not wearing a mask. It's not put on correctly. You're fucking out of here.
Hey, you take a calculated risk. And if you're going to expose yourself to that risk and you get sick, then it's
That's
on
on
you.
you.
It's on you. There you go. That's
All
it.
right, moving on.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
I just like the quotes. That's the only reason I brought this up. Is
That
like
is true.
they're serving finger food. Don't eat.
Eat before you
Bring
go.
your own food? Like, come on.
Nobody's wearing a mask, so you didn't either.
So you didn't? Yeah, really.
I just like
But it
the.
was so hot. It was too hot.
It's complicated. It's tough to do work. Work's hard.
So complicated.
Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated?
Get out of my head, Jeff!
That's my news of the geek. That's all I got. September 17th through the 19th next year, it's the Cincinnati Comic Expo. Good news is, with the vaccine, and maybe if people don't go to fucking art with me parties, we could have these conventions. So fucking stay home, people. Sorry,
Stay
if you don't
home
like
until
that.
September, people. Stay home until September.
Because we got fucking Funko Pops out the ass to give away. Jim is excited because Funko just released Gummy Bears Funko Pops. And
Bouncing here and there and everywhere?
Jim, are you ready?
That's not the song Jason sang.
Jim, go ahead. Give me an
Jason,
intro.
don't sing it.
Okay, I won't. I won't. Gummy
Gummy
bears,
bears,
gummy
Funko
bears.
Pops.
Where do they live? I don't know. Down the street? Who knows?
Stop it. Stop it.
We will have Hobie will have at their station one Gummy Bear Funko Pop to give away, just to give you an idea. So, and
I don't eat it.
And
I'm
the
gonna
person,
take
I guarantee.
the person that asks me to sing the song will get it. So there you go.
Can I just sing the song at you? Because
You don't sing it right.
You don't sing
You-
the song right. You don't
You
have.
got to sing the wrong song. That's Jason. Not that someone asks you to sing it. They come up and sing you the wrong song.
I like it. They have to sing me the wrong song. I'm looking at you, Randall.
Gummy bears? Where do they live? This is a little song. Will touch my nose. Sing me the bear.
Jeannie, Jim will back me up. That was season 7 theme song. You probably didn't watch through season 7.
You're destroying childhood, Jake.
so much.
I love you, Jim. Anyways, let's get through this real quick here. Box office news and world reports with Jeff.
All right. Box office news. Number 1, The Croods. Number 2, Half Brothers. Number 3, Freaky. Number 4, All My Life. Number 5, The War with Grandpa.
I really want that to go away.
Jeff?
The War with Grandpa?
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. will not die.
I thought you wanted to get through that quick, so I just got
You
through
did a
it
great
quick.
job. It was very quick.
How much did the Croods make this week?
4.4 million.
What's their up to date total?
20.3 million.
What
Their
was
budget
their
was
budget?
$65 million.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Brian.
Everything else made under $1 million. So
It made under 800,000, Jeff. Everything else. Brian, Robert Downey Jr. is up for a Floppy Award with one of his films for Worst Film of the Year, Doolittle. So just to let you know, he could win a Floppy this year, too. So, big year. Big year. If you won, Brian, the same year that Robert Downey Jr. wins a Floppy, that's huge. That's huge for your career. Huge.
It's a step in the right direction. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe people will start taking me seriously.
I agree. I got your back, Brian. I got your back, buddy.
Starting with the boss,
Jeff?
Bruce Springsteen?
Sasha Banks?
Tony Danza.
Oh, sorry.
No, Angela was the boss.
Melissa
Yeah,
Melissa
her too.
Milano
Stop
could be
it.
my boss.
Stop it. Stop it.
Judith Light is the boss. Damn it.
Oh.
Oh, that's another new show I just started watching with her in it. It's on Netflix. It's called Manhunter. It's about the Richard Jewell, the Atlanta Olympic bombing thing.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I
Just came
saw
out
her.
on.
Is it
Yeah, started watching that this week. I forgot about it.
Is it a TV show or a movie?
It's a TV show. I think it was like a
miniseries.
Yeah, well, it's 10 episodes.
Oh.
It was made for Spectrum, like
Spectrum,
it was for the cable series, and then Netflix got it, and so it just came out like I think Monday.
I didn't realize it was 10 episodes, but I remember
it is.
Spectrum.
I didn't think it was either.
Yeah.
But it's
I honestly
pretty decent.
okay, because I thought a 2-hour movie seemed to be about enough time to tell the story, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you need 10 episodes.
So there is a complete other part of the story that they didn't tell in the movie about that they tell in this series where this series actually hunts the real bomber.
Oh, okay.
So like they show that along with how the story of Richard Jewell plays out, and then
How is that a
it's
spoiler,
kinda
Jason?
tie it all together.
Yeah, Jason, this is history.
Oh,
it's history that you were even alive for, so you should have remembered when it was news.
Yeah.
There was no spoilers. Like, we lived through this.
Jeannie, this is why Jeff didn't want you on the show. What we got, Jeff? What's coming up?
Upcoming December 11th of 2020, we have the Never List.
After the sudden death of her best friend, a straight A obedient teen sets out to fulfill their secret list of outrageous acts they said they'd never do.
Ooh, sounds forbidden.
Who stars in this?
That is Fievel Stewart from Hansel and Gretel. Kiko Agena, Andrew Kai, Brenna D'Amico. Nobody real big names after that.
Those are the big names. Okay.
Yeah.
Also coming out December 11th, we have Parallel.
1 year presented by 7 Days, Shabby Apartment, Daily Routine, and Parallel Mountain. Eric lives with his dog in a learned stereotype in a small flat. It's a animated Japanese film. It's really kind of weird. So just watch it. I really can't, because the synopsis of it is like 3 paragraphs.
Good movie.
It's not perpendicular.
It's
That's
the
the
opposite
sequel.
of perpendicular.
It's the sequel.
Oh. Also coming out, we have Queer Japan.
Queer Japan. This is a documentary. Trailblazing artists, activists, and everyday people from across the spectrum of gender and sexuality defy social norms and dare to live unconventional lives in this kaleidoscopic view of LGBTQ plus culture in contemporary Japan.
I want to hear Jason try to say kaleidoscopic.
Kaleidoscopic.
Ooh.
He said pronounce it wrong.
Yeah,
You
if you tell him how to pronounce it, if
Tell
he
him how to-
forgets to read it, he'd be in trouble.
Oh.
Suck it, Jeff.
You have to say something like kaleidoscopic.
But properly.
Calliodioscopio.
What else?
Apparently, also a movie called Assassins is coming out. I
This is
don't
not
think it's Stallone.
Stallone movie.
Is it the
Banderas movie?
I think it's a reissue. They're bringing it back.
It's actually a documentary on an account of the 2 women convicted of assassinating Kim Jong-un's half-brother, Kim Jong-nam. The film follows trials and attempt to understand whether they are trained killers or simply pawns.
They were
looks,
pawns.
This looks interesting. I actually kind
Yeah, I
of see
actually
this.
think this one does look good.
Yeah.
I'm surprised this movie hasn't been hacked or shut down yet by North Korea.
Give it time. Give it time.
No, they actually like it because it pushes the murder on other people and not Kim Jong-un himself.
Ah, a different narrative. I see.
And he probably produced it.
Yeah.
He plays one of the women in it. What else you got?
We have Wander Darkly.
Ooh.
This is a drama. New parents, Adrian and Mateo, are forced to reckon with trauma amidst their troubled relationship. They must revisit the memories of the past and unravel haunting truths in order to face their uncertain future.
Adrian.
Okay, moving on.
Diego
Bring
Luna.
spare batteries for your light.
Diego Luna's cool.
I like Diego Luna.
What else, Jeff?
Arch Enemy.
Arch enemy. Max Fist claims to be a hero from another dimension who fell through time and space to Earth, where he has no powers. No one believes his stories except for a local team named Hamster. A local team named Hamster.
This looks like a really
That's
good
a
documentary.
horrible name.
It's a documentary.
I'm about to say, I am very intrigued by that synopsis. I want to see this movie.
Good old Hamster.
Joe Manganiello plays Max Fist.
Oh, well.
That's your guy, Jim.
Yep.
Hey, Jim, is that the foot long? And then some for him. Mm-mm.
He's so dreamy.
God. What else we got, Jeff?
We have Wild Mountain Thyme. Thyme.
A pair of star-crossed lovers in Ireland get caught up in their family's land dispute. Emily Blunt, Jamie Dornan, Christopher Walken, John Hamm. Yeah.
I'm
Pretty
in.
good. Yeah.
People I've heard of.
Emily Blunt in Ireland. I'm in.
Also, we have Farewell Amor.
Farewell, Amor.
No.
Reunited after 17 years, an Angolan immigrant is joined in the U.S. by his wife and daughter. Now strangers sharing a one-bedroom apartment, they discover a shared love of dance that may help them overcome the distance between them.
You don't really hear about a whole lot of movies where an Angolan is the head character. I kind of like that.
Okay.
And rounding out our list of movies opening, we have
Because
the
most
Weasel's
Angolans aren't
Tale.
allowed to leave. That's the problem.
The Weasel's Tale. A group of four old friends conformed by a film director, film writer, an actress, and her husband share a big house in the country. Their coexistence is menaced by a young couple who resourcefully and deceitfully seek to get them to sell the house to develop a real estate project of their own.
They swingers? It's like
No.
naughty. Oh, okay.
No rabbits.
All you have to do is get them down to New Orleans and then bulldoze the house where they're gone.
They go to an Art With Me convention. Let's see here. Thanks, Jim. Did a wonderful job as usual. Jeff, do better. Give me a top five, Jeff.
Top five. Top five.
I asked you to do better, and you did. Congratulations, Jeff.
That was better.
You know, we have a low bar
More
here.
is better sometimes.
From this moment on, it was better. Top five this week is worst twist in films. Not a Chubby Checkers twist, but like a plot twist. So there
the
you
twist
go.
again.
Oh. Oh, I had Oliver was my number one.
I had a bunch of movies.
Please, sir,
where they did
can I
bad
have
things.
some more?
Crispin Glover movies made my list because of all the bad things.
You saw those dancing movies are out.
Blake, number five for you.
Number five. My number five is the 2001 Planet of the Apes.
Tim Burton.
I had that
Twist.
as an honorable mention. Yes,
It
Tim Burton.
sucks. It was, IMDb's got it at 5.7, which I'm surprised it's that.
It's out of
10.
100, though, so that's why.
Oh yeah. Oh, I misread all these numbers then. but here's a clue for the rest of my top five. That's not the only Marky Mark Wahlberg movie that's in it.
Ooh.
Oh, I That's gonna be
I
my
know what
number
your other
5.
one is.
Yeah, it's one of our favorites.
Yeah.
What?
I think that might appear in my list, too.
And mine.
It's just, where is it? That's the next question. Where is it on your list?
Just to let you guys know, listeners know, there could be some spoilers on here.
Well, yeah, we're talking about the twist. Let's see.
So
I
Footloose
think
is off.
8 years old is the newest movie on my list ish.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, there is one that's newer on that list.
I got one
We'll
too.
talk about.
Yeah. Jeff, I think me and you're going to have very similar ones.
It's possible.
Jeannie, number 5.
I have all of the M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movies.
Wow, that is that your top 5 or?
That's my fifth
Say your
spot.
first 5 of 20.
She hobied it.
All of them.
Well, I'm not going
All
to
of
say
them?
if you got any on mine because you may have.
Even
Yeah. Probably The Happening.
the Last
Village.
Airbender.
That just sucked. There's no twist ending. You're right. That just is a shitty movie that was supposed to be awesome. There's the twist.
I thought the Village was actually a good twist.
I like The Village.
Well,
Yeah, I don't see why
twist-
people thought that was a horrible twist. I mean,
No, the twist that people don't like is that there are no animals out there, or no wild beasts keeping people in the village. It's just
the
people
fact it
wearing
was the
stupid
elders to keep them.
costumes.
Yeah, the elders to keep them in the village so they didn't go out in modern society, kind of like
Yeah,
twisted.
the twist is that. Yeah, the twist is that the big twist that everybody liked is that it's actually
Modern society.
today. Yeah, it's modern.
Yeah.
Well, the
Oh.
worst twist in it is the fact that the people are so stupid that they named the shed that thou shalt not go to.
Yeah, that they just. He just forgot to write that part of the script.
Yeah, well, we'll change that later and forgot to go back.
Hey, Jeff.
Said thou shalt not go to. Well, now I want to go.
Jeff, The Island.
See, people.
Do not turn this lever. Okay.
Anytime you tell somebody not to do something, it's all they can think of and only thing they want to do. So, twist. It's
That's
not a
right.
twist.
We're taking this whole COVID thing wrong. We should be telling everybody, go out, have a good time.
It would cull the population, but, it's not going to be great for our hospitals.
Go with the art with me. Go to art.
Just don't go to the hospital. Stay home.
So if you leave to do these things, you have to wear a bracelet that doesn't allow you into the hospitals because you have
Bingo.
decided that your life is worth ruining and then you don't get help.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
You are foregoing your opportunity to get help by actively choosing to put yourself in harm's way.
That's right. I have a 99.96% chance of survival, so I'll be fine.
Yes.
You're not.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong is my number 5.
Number 5 for you, Jim.
The Happening, because the twist is nothing happens.
That's going to
That
be
was
my
number. That was my number 2. I had it high on my list.
I had that at number 4.
I had it at number 4 as well. Yep.
I had mine pretty high there.
Put it on
that
the
was
board. Good job, Jim.
5.0 on IMDb, 39 on the Metascore, and of course another Marky Mark.
Marky Mark. Brian, number 5. Give me few.
My number 5 was Now You See Me.
That was my number 2.
Is it the Mark
I'm not-
Ruffalo part?
Yes.
I was actually in on it the entire time.
Yeah.
All right.
I wasn't actually the FBI agent trying to track you down. I was the one who hired you from the beginning. I mean, spoilers.
I feel like you could see that from the beginning, so it's not really.
Now you can see it. Jeff, number 5.
My number 5 is The Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
I thought the Luke and Leia being brother and sister was actually a stupid twist, and
Don't you like making out with your siblings?
no,
favorite
not at
thing.
all. That is low on the list of things I would want to do.
We watched that.
Speaking of Game of Thrones,
We watched that this weekend. Do you think after they blew up the Death Star and they were on Endor and everybody was partying and drinking, you think there was some Ewok love
Dub
going
dub.
on with some of the other
Dub dub.
people?
Some furries.
Yeah, like Luke
What do you
and
mean, Chewbacca?
know.
Chewbacca just took him.
I mean, Han and Leo had each other, so I mean, unless it was like Luke or Chewbacca or the droid.
No, Lando. Lando was definitely getting some Ewok action.
Oh, he could have been.
I was just wondering that.
I had Return of the Jedi tied with another one of my entries.
What number?
I'm not going to tell you. I want to keep it secret.
My number 5. Let's see here. Well, I'll just do it this way too. I'll do Phantom Menace. The fucking media and chlorines, whatever the fuck they were called. That's what's inside everybody for the Jedi.
Was that really a twist, though?
That wasn't
think
a
it-
twist.
I thought it was because I think it's a twist.
Because
If he thinks it was, he's right until proven wrong.
No. I think
The
it's
twist is that it's just not God. What? It's not a twist.
It is a twist because up until that point, that's not what it was about. And then that kind of
There's
changed
no
everything.
magical force. It's all bacteria in your blood.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, so fuck that.
There's still a magical force, but the bacteria in your blood makes it easier for you to access.
No.
Is that a twist or is it a reveal?
It's a twist, okay?
It's a
Shut the fuck up,
reveal.
all of you. Shut
It's
up.
a
I'll
reveal.
agree with that.
It's a
We
twist.
It's a
veto
reveal.
your number 5.
My number 4. Jeannie, this is why I didn't want you on. I mean, damn it, Jeff didn't want you on.
just admitted it was
He
him.
did just a minute.
Number
Because I
4
give you
for
shit,
me
I get it.
is The Happening. It's the trees.
Yeah. M. Night Shyamalan, my ding dong.
Yeah, number 4 was the happening for me also.
Brian, number 4? Brian, wake up.
Number 4, huh?
Number 4.
Number 4 for me was the movie Savages.
I saw that on the
Worst
list.
ending ever.
What is that
I don't
ending,
know
Brian?
the movie. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know the ending.
It's
I got-
Blake Lively and Taylor Kitsch.
Yeah. I got sucked in it because of Blake Lively, and I started watching it, and then the ending happened. And I'm like, oh, that was a cool ending. And then it goes into...
Well, shut up. Wait, hold on. Let
Then
Brian
the
say
fake
it.
ending.
I'm going to stop speaking. I'll let Brian explain it. And then you're like, what the fuck?
What's the ending, Brian?
So the ending, so they kidnap, Blake Lively gets kidnapped,
Yeah.
and the ending is they go through it like where there's like some ransom, and she gets killed, and then
It's an awesome ending as it runs the first time. Am I right,
Yes.
Brian?
If they
You're
would've-
watching
if
it
they
like,
would've-
wow, that was really
if they would have
cool.
ended it the way that they showed it, it would have been awesome. But the whole ending turned out to be just a dream of hers. It was a dream like the night before anything happened, and then
It's a
everything
dream
worked
before
out.
when she's in the car on the way there, and she's imagining how it's going to turn out. And then everybody's like
Yeah.
whacked, and you're like,
And,
wow, that was really good. And then she's like, but that's not what really happened. And you're like, what?
Right. Yeah, like everything everything just works out. Like everybody like gets what they want, and they all just kind of go their own ways. It's like nothing like that. I mean, like that didn't happen throughout the entire movie. Why? Like I don't know. It was dumb.
I'm thinking like whatever studio put it out, the studio head didn't like that ending, so they made him put on a happy ending, even though it made no sense.
Probably.
Probably what's her name over at Sony?
Amy
Yeah, it was
Pascal.
audience tested.
There's a
Everybody did.
warm gun.
That is
Brian. Oh, sorry, Brian first there for a second. Jim, what's your number 4?
My number 4, I hope this. It is The Empire Strikes Back and the was the last one?
Rise of Skywalker?
Rise of Skywalker.
Okay,
It
why?
just turns out that they're all just one big family drama.
Yep.
That Rey is a Palpatine, Luke is Darth Vader's son. Yeah, they ruined the entire universe because of their family squabble.
They're the family we shall not name, basically, on this
Yep.
podcast.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Rise of Skywalker was my number 1.
That
All
whole
right.
Rey has to be a Palpatine, even just to To
Pretty
contradict the previous movie, I thought was a terrible.
That was my number one as well.
All right.
Got
damn
him.
it.
Yeah.
So my list is
Return of the
almost done.
Jedi and Rise of Skywalker were both tied for my number one.
Look at that.
Three
I have
number
one.
ones there.
I have one last number one that's in that group.
Nobody has picked any of my movies, by the way, guys.
Jeannie,
None of my movies have been.
what's your number 4?
Wally.
Well, we all Wally.
Why? What's the twist?
Because the ship is the bad guy.
Yeah.
And that's
The
the
ship
twist.
is the bad guy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I've never even seen it.
Now I should see Wally because that sounds cool.
I don't think I've ever seen the whole thing of Wall-E. My kids are not impressed with it. So,
We tried to watch in the theater a couple times, Jeff, but
Oh, that's right. We had technical difficulties and we couldn't get it up. We saw the short like
The
2 or
funny
3
short.
times, didn't we?
yeah.
Blake, what's your number 4?
That was the number 4. You guys haven't guessed it.
What?
Hey, it was The Forgotten.
Oh, God. Okay. Yep.
You know, anytime you got Juliana in there, or
Yep.
Juliana Moore, I'm like, I'm all in. And I watched this movie, and the reveal or the twist is that it's just really bad. It's a horrible movie. It's like you don't really know who's putting her through this thing. You know, they're just somebody called them. You realize that the twist is she's really an experiment, and you don't know if it's aliens. You don't know if it's this weird thing. But it was a good psychological thing up until the twist.
Yep.
You know, and then you're like, oh God, this is horrible.
I remember renting that back in the day, Blake, and
Yeah.
going, oh, this isn't bad. And then you get to the end and you're like, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I don't think I'm aware of this movie at all.
Well,
Blake,
don't waste your time.
Blake, what's your number 3?
My number 3. Did you get around to seeing the 2020 Fantasy Island, Jason?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay, it's a dismal 4.9 and a 22 Metascore on IMDb. It is the twist upon a twist upon a twist, and by the time you're at the third twist, you're just yelling "stop!"
Hammer
It's
time.
so horrible. It is so
No, no, no.
horrible. Oh my God, that movie is so horrible.
Eventually, we'll get to see it.
I can't believe I actually rented it on DirecTV so I can kill time.
Yeah, proof that you spent money on it. I got
Early COVID. That was an early COVID mistake.
I can't believe you have DirecTV. Jeannie, what's your number 3?
I gotta watch my
Zootopia.
Browns. I gotta watch my football, man.
Ugh.
Sunday ticket, baby.
What's your number 3, Jeannie?
Zootopia.
What? That was a
Yeah.
great film.
I didn't say it wasn't a great film. The twist ending at the end sucks.
I'm trying to
The
remember
album
what the
sucks,
twist
too.
ending was.
The sheep did it. The lamb did it.
Worst U2 album.
Oh, yeah.
I
It
like
was
that
like,
ending.
I did this because I'm going to prove that predators can't be trusted. Yeah, no, dumb ending. It was not. It was not.
Your
it was
dumb ending, Jeannie. Yeah.
All right.
See, it's
You're
Jason.
not going to
I
like my
told
next
ya.
2 then either.
Jim, what's your number 3? Help me.
My number 3 is Hancock.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
I will agree with that. I liked Hancock, but that ending sucked.
That is
That
my
wasn't
number
a
3.
mention.
I'm glad I never watched the movie.
Oh, good job, Jim. That was my
Jason
number 3.
Batman in it.
But, hey, Jim,
Jason Batman.
it was like 2 separate movies in
From
one.
Saturday Night Live this week.
Yeah.
Fucking Peter Berg. Ugh. Good call, Jim. Good call. That's my number 3. Brian, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Spider-Man 3.
What twist?
Where the butler starts talking about
I do it all
he's always known he's always known him as the Green Goblin.
Yeah. And that's how he turned
Yeah.
into a good guy, right? Like he's
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched? I can't believe you watched a superhero film. Good for you.
It didn't bode well.
I've
There There was no Rocky 4 available at the time.
I didn't know you were that big into superhero films. I'm not making fun of you. I just didn't know you.
I'm 85% through all of the Marvel movies.
Okay.
And I'm.
Are you watching them
like
in
50
order, or are you just
Yeah, I am.
watching what you want? Oh, sweet.
I'm
Does
watching
it
them
make
in
a lot
chronolo-
more sense?
Yes.
Yeah,
Chronologically,
I'll do that too.
they make far more sense.
Awesome.
Because I started just watching like Iron Man, then I would see Iron Man 2, then Iron Man 3. But now I've went back and started watching them. I found the chronological order of them and started rewatching them that way. And it is
chronological.
far
Chronological
however-
order of when they were released or when they take place.
when they take place. Like
Okay, so Captain America, First Avenger was
Yes.
first, and then
Yes.
Captain Marvel was second. That type thing.
yes,
Okay.
Do you have Disney Plus, Brian?
I do.
Okay, because they help you. They have it. I'm guessing
Yeah.
that's how you did it. They have it chronological now. So
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. Let's see here. Spider-Man, the new one, has Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone, Alfred Molina is back as
Kirsten
Dr.
Dunst.
Yeah,
Tobey Maguire.
they're talking Tobey Maguire still. So
I was reading today. They said he was in.
Oh,
so
okay,
I don't
good.
know.
Yeah, ooh.
So, they're basically, it's a Spider-Verse, live-action Spider-Verse. So, the rumor is that with Emma Stone, she won't be playing Gwen Stacy from Andrew Garfield's world, but Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because obviously, she would have a broken neck if she was in from Andrew
And I
Garfield.
think I saw that they were also talking to Kirsten Dunst, too.
Ugh.
She's in, I believe.
She is in?
Her
Cool.
and Emma Stone are both confirmed.
Number 3,
Okay, I can't wait to see some Spider-Gwen costume.
Spider-Gwen's awesome. Number 3 for you, Jeff.
My number 3 is Ocean's 12.
Julia Roberts.
No, it's not even that. It's they went through this whole thing where they're showing you try and steal the thing they're trying to steal, and then at the end of the movie they tell you, oh, we stole it off camera at the very beginning of the movie and just went through the motions to fool you.
I
And I went, that's stupid.
What a twist!
My number 3 was Hancock. My number 2 is The Polar Express. The twist is that Steven Tyler was an elf. Did not see that coming. Did not
That's
see that
not a
coming.
twist either.
Oh, that was a
Jason.
twist. Jeff, back me up. That was a twist.
That was a nightmare.
It put his
It's not a
panties
twist.
in a twist. So.
From this moment on, Steven Tyler is an elf.
From this moment on, we are Clifford the big red dog sized poop.
It's a large shit. I love it.
Jeff, number 2.
Talking about
my
Steven
number 2
Tyler
is
from
Now You
Toys in
See.
the Attic?
Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes, Toys in the Attic, the movie, the song, yes. The album.
No,
sorry.
album.
Album, I
group.
got it.
I thought that was a
Simmer
group
down.
called Toys in the Attic. No, that's what Run DMC thought the name of Aerosmith was, Toys in the Attic.
Oh.
When they first started sampling the song. And they didn't realize the name of the band was actually Aerosmith.
Good old Steven Tyler. Fucking Polar Express. Jeff, number 2.
My number 2 is Now You See Me.
Brian, number 2.
My number 2 is Hard Kill.
What's the twist?
The twist is there is no plot.
That's a good twist.
I like it. Jim, number 2.
My number 2 is not a movie. It's a television show, but it pissed me off. Last episode of Game of Thrones. When let's elect Bran. He did nothing.
He's got the best story to tell. Why not elect him?
And he can't have children. This is fine.
Even with his sight and vision, he never really helped anybody.
No.
And then the worst part is, okay, well, the Seven Kingdoms will elect Bran. The North doesn't want to. Even
wait a
though
minute.
he's from the north and I'm his sister, okay, you can leave. But the rest of the 6 kingdoms will have Bran as our king.
We're not down with this democracy shit.
Spoilers.
It was such a horrible twist.
I would almost put the whole. Almost put the whole season 7 and 8 as a horrible twist.
It can't be a twist because there's no actual story, guys.
Jeannie,
Steve, my
number
number 2.
I like
My number
Brian's
2 is Frozen.
What's the twist?
one
The
guy was
prince
evil.
is the evil guy, and that
Yeah.
the answer is true love between sisters. You need no man. Just a twist.
I like the.
No,
the-
You don't need a
Yeah.
I-
No, the twist is honestly that the prince is trying to kill her. Like
Yeah,
that's
evil Han.
yeah.
I don't
Incest was
discount
twist.
that, Jeannie, because that was kind of a tacked on twist. I agree with you. I like
Yeah.
the
It
the
was
sisters.
rushed and it was horrible.
Yeah, I like the sisters.
Oh,
Being
Yeah.
loving each other, and that's the thing. But
What?
No, not that way. Shut up. This isn't this isn't Brazers.
We're not talking about incest. This is not Game of Thrones.
This is not Brazers.
No. Oh, it's not Pornhub either.
Yeah.
Number 2, Blake.
I never saw Can't See Me Now or whatever that is.
Now You
And
See
I'm
Me.
glad I don't have to.
Ah,
But yeah, it was The Happening. It sucked so bad it was high on my list.
and what's your number 1?
My number 1 was a triumvirate. It was you guys got it right with Return of the Jedi. I also agree with the Rise of Skywalker, and I'm also throwing in The Last Jedi too. I hate all the twists in all 3 of those movies.
I'm going to tell you, remember last year when I came in and I was like, this movie sucks. This movie sucks. And you're oh, no, it doesn't. This movie sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Jeannie, don't make us
Yeah.
kick you off. Jeff will do it. Jeff will do it.
You already have.
I agree. Jeannie's right. The movie sucked.
Jeannie,
Which movie are we talking about?
Skywalker.
Rise of
Yeah.
Skywalker.
Well, we all agreed Rise of Skywalker sucked.
When I was
Yeah.
there last year, everyone was like, no, it doesn't.
Oh, no. I didn't say it doesn't.
Jeannie, what's your number 1?
Big Hero 6.
Okay, get the fuck out. Just get out.
It's
made
not that
6
it's a
of
bad
them?
movie. You're going to tell me that him being the
Oh, wait.
bad guy, like, ask the guy to do the nanobots, like, you have to burn down the school and kill the person who's, like, your biggest fan? Like, what the fuck?
I'm going straight to Jim on this one. Jim, what's your number 1?
6 of those movies?
No, that was
No,
Leonard. Yes. Jim, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is The Dark Tower.
The Dark Tower.
The biggest twist is that this is an epic series of books, and they turned it into a fucking turd of like an hour and a half movie.
That's one hell of a
I'm
twist.
so angry.
Brian, what's your number 1?
My number 1 was The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay. How come?
The Miranda Tate is actually Talia
Al Ghul. Talia al Ghul.
I honestly kind of liked it. That twist.
It kind of diminished
Ma-
Bane.
Yes,
That was
that's
my
what
next...
I didn't like about it, is that it completely took Bane, like it just like he.
I mean, I think maybe it was like I should have seen it coming and I didn't, so I gave him credit for fooling me because I should have seen that Talia al Ghul was going to pop up, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I like the college humor version take on that. Yeah, with the Batman talking
Yes.
to Talia al Ghul. Yeah, we're completely just fucked all night. What?
Yeah.
The thing I saw online, Brian, with that is the same thing like you said. It took away from Bane. It basically, yeah. That was.
I mean, the whole movie is about how powerful and how imposing Bane is, and then all of a sudden at the end, it's like, nope, not so much.
Yeah, or like Liam Neeson's character in Iron Man 3.
Yeah,
Liam Neeson.
What?
Who? Get the fuck out, Blake.
Do you mean Ben Kingsley?
Taken 3?
No, Iron Man 3.
Jeff, what's your number
They
one?
made him look like Liam Neeson. I mean, Jesus.
What's your number one?
My number one was Rise of Skywalker.
That's what mine was. Real quick, so we can wrap this up.
Yeah, it was so horrible. That whole thing of her being a Palpatine was just so horrible. You know, it's horrible.
It would have been better if
They should, yeah.
If they kept her a nobody, yeah, it would have been better.
If you would have been nobody, it would have been better. My number one was Rise of Skywalker. Honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions, I have, what do I have? The Planet of the Apes that Blake had mentioned. April Fool's Day, a horror movie that, we weren't really killing people. It was just an April Fool's prank.
Yeah.
And The Life of David Gale.
Life of David Gale.
I never actually saw Life of David Gale, but I heard about the twist, and I'm glad I never saw the movie.
Yeah.
Well, what was it about?
It was about a guy.
Other than the life of David Gale.
A guy is on death row, and he's getting people to try and, get him off of death row because, he's totally against capital punishment, and they're trying to save his life. And then it turns out he really did commit the crime just so he could have his day in court to try and overturn capital punishment.
Yeah.
What?
So he killed somebody to do that.
He might have just done it so he can get a pick a free meal. I mean, shit.
Let's see. Anyone else real quick?
I had The Usual Suspects. That twist was horrible.
Oh, fuck.
You can leave it out.
Of here.
You're wrong.
Get out of here.
Well played, Jim.
So it's right up there with Fight Club.
Oh, that's a horrible twist. Yeah.
I was trying to do all animated movies, but I couldn't come up with another one. And my daughter kept telling me that Cars 2 and Cars 3 deserves to go straight to hell, but I haven't seen them.
Cars 2 is awful. Horrible.
Okay.
But is there a twist?
I had to make sure I seen all my movies, too.
Yeah.
Brian, did you have any?
I had... What did I have? Varsity Blues. Because I really thought that he wanted his life, but then he didn't.
He really did want his life.
I really thought that he wanted his life, but he said he didn't.
Maybe that's the twist. He's just saying he didn't, but he really did.
I've never seen this movie, guys.
You've never seen Varsity Blues?
Nope.
I thought the twist was that Bud Kilmer was supposed to be the good guy. And then
most coaches don't get kicked out of the locker room by their team at halftime to be coached by a player on crutches.
Oh, sounds like a fantastic movie.
It's really great, actually.
I have so many people tell me about this movie, and I probably should have seen it by now, but it's just like, it's like Godfather. I just can't watch it.
Twist.
They're running the hook and ladder.
I just did the hook and ladder. Let's see here. Anything else, Brian? You good?
I mean, I got a lot, but don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
He hates all the twists in Bedrock.
It's very hard to do a twist correctly. Like, you don't see it, you're just like, this is amazing. It's normally, nope, that's shit.
Uma Thurman's twist was really good.
That was a good twist. You're right.
It was. It was a good fucking milkshake.
But was John Travolta's twist all that good though?
No.
They won the contest
because of Uma Thurman.
Uma.
Although, did they win the contest?
They got the trophy.
They got the trophy
and the needle.
But apparently, there was a deleted scene or something that said led you to believe that they stole the trophy from the actual winners.
Or they are dirty, dirty thieves.
Well, yeah, you can't put it past them.
Titles for the show? Anybody?
I didn't write it down.
I've got a couple of them here. Maybe that, but I've got Pyramid Schemes Do Work. Sonic Boom of Silence.
I got that one.
Sexy, Sexy Time. The Crone is Hot.
Is there sexy time that isn't sexy?
Yeah.
There could be unsexy, sexy time. It is possible.
Okay. I've not experienced this.
And Red Velvet Labrador. Opportunities for Professional Development. Desiree Pearl. And Do Better.
Brian, you got anything?
I didn't really write anything down this week.
Josh Gad.
Josh Gad has no butthole.
Good call.
Hobie, colon, we're bigger than Clifford, their big red dog's poops.
That comes from the colon. Gotcha. You are super smart.
Hobie, colon, comes from the colon.
I kind of like that.
That is my vote right there.
No.
Comes from the colon.
Yeah. I'm like, you could name it whatever you want, but when I say that I listen to this, it's going to be colon.
I had anything else, Brian? You good?
Nah, that's fine.
I
didn't write any. I honestly didn't write anything down.
He's just that witty, guys.
I had Sonic Boom of Silence. I joined a pyramid scheme, and Plucking the Eyes because of Blake. There's a twist, and in all honesty, I like Brian's number 2. There's no plot, so his number 2 pick on top 5. Brian or Jeff, what was that pyramid scheme you had?
I had Pyramid Schemes Do Work.
I do like that one. I like that one. What do you think?
Pyramid Scheme.
I like the colon.
Shut it, Jeannie.
My vote's for the colon, too.
Yeah.
Hobie, colon, we come from the colon.
Yeah.
It's a Toady song. Bad idea of the week.
Colon.
We gotta do
Apparently
2
bringing up colons.
We come from the colon.
we gotta do 2 this week because we didn't do one last week. So bad idea.
Oh, well, 2 of them are having a New Orleans swinger party in the middle of COVID, and the others
3,000
having a
3,281.
The
Burning Man party in the middle of a pandemic.
Conventions in a pandemic.
3,281 and 3,282.
I'm like, it depends on if you're really trying to like cull the numbers here. Let's be honest. We'll give them a wristband. They'll be fine.
No, I'm all for that. Okay, well, if you want to do it, you get the wristband. We won't pay attention to saving you. But when they come back and give it to their mother who's, sitting home alone for 9 months because she doesn't want to catch it, and then her son comes back from Swingerville and gives her COVID.
That is the worst thing ever.
Jason, I think the number should be 2020.
There you go, 2020. Good job, Adam.
2020 and 2021.
Yep.
2020 and 2021. Yeah, there you go.
And then the issue is that Brian's lovely wife has to work, 87 hours in 2 days. So, because people can't fucking put a mask on.
That'd be some type of record.
Real quick, the mask goes over your fucking nose too, idiots.
It should cover your nose, your mouth, and your chin.
Or just don't go out.
Well, now wait a minute. What if my nose to chin area is bigger than the mask?
Give me measurements and I will make one for you.
I heard that about the cheesecake this year too, Jeannie. I don't trust you. Roger.
Wait, I fucking brought a cheesecake when I offered one.
Can't hear you, Jeannie. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. It's not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You've been listening to Hobie.